It is Haley on Hot Radio Maine, broadcasting live from backstage here at Back Cove Fest in Portland. I'm here with Paul, St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Wow.
Paul, welcome to Maine.
Well, good to be in Maine.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, you came all the way from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yep.
How does it feel a little bit different here in Maine? How's it feeling to you so far?
Well, when I left Birmingham, it was 100 degrees, and the humidity was really high. So, yes, it's different here in Maine.
It's a little bit different here. Well, I'm glad you could be here. You actually haven't hit the stage quite yet.
No.
Coming up in a couple hours, what can people expect from your set without giving too much away, of course?
Well, there's not much to it. Is a lot of sweat. We try our best in a set to, have happy moments, have sad moments, go through the emotional roller coaster of a show, and try to connect, right, and have that moment.
Absolutely. A lot of sweat and a lot of sequence. I'm really liking what I see for the fits thus far.
There are.
Now, you guys are an 8-piece band, actually. You blend soul, rock, gospel. I'm curious, how did you guys come together and then find your kind of unique sound that you have?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it really started with me and Jesse, who's the bass player in the band, and we've been friends for now 15, 16 years.
Wow.
And he knew everybody. I'm not quite the social butterfly that he is. So he met everybody, and he was like, we really should kind of write songs around your voice. And it was kind of our last hurrah. I was actually in accounting school. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I was in accounting school. I was selling shoes to little kids at a shoe store. And so we paid with my Pell Grant for college. We paid for some sessions to record these songs that we wrote, and it ended up turning into this band. And so it's pretty wild. So, we it's much more based off of some of the guys are from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. So that there's a lot of history there. With the Swampers and things like, Aretha Franklin and Wilson Pickett, all these great soul things. So we've always kind of that's been the backbone of it in a lot of ways, is great bass and drums, great rhythm section.
That is so cool, and I love that you mentioned that you were in accounting school and doing that, because it shows it's never too late to pivot.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
You don't. No, I would have been a mediocre accountant.
Yeah. A lot less sequins in accounting.
Yeah, I don't know how I would have done, but it's at the time I was a little later in life, and I was like, I had to, pivot and go, what am I going to do with my life?
Well, I feel like you're right where you're supposed to be now.
I always tell people, it's not living the dream, it's living the realization.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
100%.
So
I love
cool.
that. Now, just a couple weeks ago, you dropped your latest single, Sushi and Coca Cola. Let's talk about it. What inspired the track for you?
It was born out of I was in my living room, and I was having a Mexican Coca Cola.
Yes.
With some sushi, and my little girl, and my wife and I were just sitting there, and it's kind of like a really sweet moment. And I was like, in my mind, I kind of thought it doesn't get better than this.
Oh, yes.
And so it was kind of like, this is the happy place. And so I have, like I'm sure a lot of people do, I have a bunch of notes. And when something comes, I go, I'm going to put that down. And so I was writing and with the producer of this record, Egg White, and in London. And we were talking about it. It was like, why don't we explore this? And that's what it's birthed from. And it became a really neat song.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't get much better than this, yeah.
Well, you have a new self-titled album on the way, which I'm assuming that track will be on?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. October 10th, what can you tell us about this upcoming album?
I think it's, we wrote it in a way that was very interesting. Like, we've always wrote like conceptual records. And this one was just like best song wins.
Love it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we were just like, whatever the best song, we think the best songs are, let's just, because I got fascinated with that, because we got so kind of experimental that it was like, okay, sometimes when you don't have that governor, you just kind of go do whatever you want, which is cool. It's awesome. Sure. You get to express yourself. But then you're like, okay, what about great songwriting? You know what I mean? What about that? And so I got more fascinated in that and great songwriters, and so I think that's what kind of birthed this record. And so it's all worked out. It's a really cohesive. Like I think people who listen to it are gonna be like, oh, that's my favorite song. Yeah. That's my favorite song. And I think that's a really good feeling. knowing you got those bullets in the chamber.
Yes. Oh, that's exciting. Something to look forward to in October for sure. The bullets in the chamber. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Your fans, I'm sure, super excited for that.
Hopefully.
I know they're also excited in Europe because next year you're going to Europe on a little tour.
Yeah,
Paul?
yeah.
What do you love the most about being on the road? As I know you took planes, trains, and automobiles to get to Portland, Maine.
It took me a long time to get here yesterday. I mean, being on the road, honestly, we've been fortunate. Like, we've been a band for 12 years.
Yes.
So the camaraderie you have and these relationships that you've built with all these people and experiencing life with them on the road is a pretty special thing. It's become, we don't hate each other. Like, not saying we never have any arguments, who doesn't? But as far as just like, you live with those people.
Yes.
And that kind of bond is hard to replicate, and especially when you get older in life. So I love those things. I love experiencing new things, and I didn't have a passport till you know what I mean. I never thought I was going to leave Alabama, so I didn't have a passport to this band, and I never tasted sushi before this band.
You never knew it could be that.
I never knew it could be that good. I mean, the fact that I even talk about eating it is pretty nuts. Like, I'd never had it, but having those experiences. And getting to have real moments with people at shows and stuff. When you have that one moment where you all connect, it's a spiritual thing.
Yes.
And I think that's a really beautiful thing to get to go do that all over the world.
What a cool way to see the world.
Yeah, it's a very interesting way to see the world and make a living, which is insane.
And it must feel so surreal to go, especially places out of this country, Europe.
Right.
And people, I'm sure, singing your songs back to you, and it's just like they know you.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty wild. We when you go and you play, the Czech Republic or England or wherever, it's a really special thing.
That's how you know it's a universal language, because even if they don't understand what you're singing, it's how they feel, and
Exactly.
that's a beautiful thing, Paul.
Exactly.
Well, last but certainly not least, here in Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So I would love to know, according to you, what is the way life should be?
Way life should be. Wow.
Yeah, it's a loaded one.
That is a big question. The way life should be. I think if we're fortunate enough, is to be surrounded by the ones you love and content and feel content and feel happiness and those kinds of things.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about at the base level. That's what it's all about. Being able to connect with all sorts of different kinds of people, and I think that's a beautiful thing when it can happen.
Absolutely, Paul. Well, thank you for connecting with me today. This was so fun getting to chat with you.
Yeah.
And cannot wait to see your set here at Back Cove Fest.
It'll be a good time.
It'll
Hopefully.
be
Thank you for having me.
Aw, thank you, Paul.